Hello, everyone. I am here with a couple of things. I've got my bullet journal, I've got my MakseLife companion notebook goal setting system for the quarter, and then I've got Maya A5 Corner, the new planner that just came out from her. And I am sitting here thinking about how to incorporate all three of these things into my bullet journal. So I think I have an idea. I think what I would like to do is I'm already working on setting up August in my bullet journal. So I'll show you kind of what I have set so far. So I have my August one line a day. This is what my July looks like. I just kind of go through and just write one thing about the day, hopefully most positive, but if I've had a really bad day, I will document that as well. Here on my July, I've just had my monthly goals condensed to one page. In the MakseLife system, they are a 2-page spread here. And so I also did something similar to this. I condensed them all on one page. And then I started making trackers. And I'm like, you know what? I have a tracker. I have this. This is a monthly tracker that is in the My A5 Corner planner. It is just 3 areas of focus and weekly trackers here. So you got week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, whether it was completed or migrated or backlogging it. And so I did this a week or so ago, and then I did this just 2 days ago. So they don't match on things that I wanted to focus on. And of course, today, just now, I sat down and I did my August goals. So none of these things match on what I said that I wanted to focus on for August, which is fine. But I do need to have some sort of fine tuning, because if I try to do too much in one month, none of it is going to get done. And so I think what I would like to do is I would like to revise and revisit everything that I've said that I want to do. I want to use this as my main, like this is the one that I'm going to archive all 4 of these. I'm going to archive all of these. So I'm going to put all of my ideas into here. And then from here, I'm going to create my weekly plan. I've already done some weekly actions for the first week of August. And I've also done my weekly actions for this coming up week. So when August turns, when the week is, oh wow, words are hard. I don't know. This is the first week of August where it's that like last couple of things. And this is the first full week of August. So I think this is what I'm going to do during this video. So it's going to be another chatty video, because I just kind of want to talk through all of my processes on what I'm thinking about doing. Maybe it's going to be beneficial and help somebody else. I also do want to tear a lot of these pages out. I feel really bad saying that, but I think that I want to cut some of these pages out so I don't have to recreate these and just tip them in to my bullet journal so they're with me and I can keep myself accountable. I like that when she created this, she has a dot grid on the opposite side of every single page, so I don't have to actually like worry about ruining the weekly spread or splitting things up or anything. Like, it truly is just something that I can cut out and tip in and use this as just overflow. Since this is not a true A5, I'm not going to be able to put it in a folio with my bullet journal and carry it around with me, because it's not going to fit in any of the folios because it's too tall. I could do that with this, and I have done that this year already, as I've put both of these in one of Maria's Bujo Planner folios, and I've carried this around. But I'm trying to save myself some time and not creating these trackers. They're already created for me. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I've got all my tools. I've got my straight edge and I've got my washi cutter. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to start cutting this book up and tipping it into my bullet journal so it can be functional for me. and the way that I need it to be. And I'm not going to feel bad. I feel a little bad because this is a brand new planner, a brand new creation. I'm going to lose the cover, and that's devastating. But I've also thought about the idea of taking this cover, cutting this cover out to this page and like gluing it in here because it's so freaking pretty. Let's go ahead and go back to where I'm at here. So here's July. This is this week right now. This I'm going to be setting up for next week. So this is what weekly goals look like, or weekly tracker looks like. I've already set this up for August 5 through 11. So what I could do is I could just take this page for this week. You guys, I'm going to do it. Holy cow, I'm going to do it. Okay. So I also need to make sure that the page that I take out, I'm going to have to cut more on that side. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why is it then, like, when you have this great idea, you're like, holy cow, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. But then when it comes time to actually put scissors towards paper, you're like, holy crap, is this really going to be good? Okay. I did it. I do not have to freak out about it anymore. So now what I need to figure out is measurements on, okay, this is not bad. So I'm going to have to cut off the word week. I could totally cut off a little bit here. You guys, this is not bad at all. I think this is going to be okay. So I need a hard surface. I need a cutting mat. I think I want to tip it in on this side. And so I am going to have to keep a little bit here to washi tape it and actually tip it in. But I want it, like, I need to be able to also see this side. You guys, this is harder than I thought that it would be. Let's start with the length of the page, because if I start with the length of the page, I can always shorten it, right? So that's what we're going to do. Because if I start too short, I can't make it longer. And I don't think we need that page number because I think that would just end up confusing me. Although now I'm not starting with the link of the page. I'm ridiculous, you guys. Okay. This is good. So now I need to shorten this side just a touch because I still need a lot of this width for my washi tape, but I don't need it that wide because otherwise it'll stick out. Okay, this is it. This is what I want. Yes. Okay. So now what I've got is I've got my weekly tracker. I'm going to washi tape that in, and I'm going to have my weekly plan here. So basically it's going to look like this. I have my weekly tracker. I can have all of my weekly plan. I can flip this. I can have access to additional notes page, and then I can do this. So the only thing I think long-term I think that is going to bother me is this is white paper and this is cream paper. Historically in the past, I have not dealt well with that, the different color paper, but that's okay. So I have my weekly plan. Now the question is, do I want to do the same thing for my month? Because I've already started my monthly here with my tracker, and I already have this tracker. Bedding, bathroom, yard, plants. Bathroom, yard, bedding. Okay, so all of that is repeated here, which is good. And this is all of my other stuff. I don't know what to do. This is my once a month. This is my weekly. All good questions. We're going to skip monthly. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and just set up my next week. I really liked the way this worked for me. I had all of my time sensitive stuff up here. I had all of my rapid logging down here. I had my weekly task, and I had my menu down here. So I think this is what I'm going to do. just kind of my bare bones of this week. And then I want to be able to incorporate this weekly focus, weekly habit tracker into here. And this also has a lot of the reflections as well. And so I'm trying to think on whether I want it, because I didn't leave space to do like a weekly actions and reflections type thing. So I'm going to have to tip it into the actual week. And so I think I'm going to tip it in here. And this will give me enough space because the bullet journal, the actual like brand bullet journal, has a really deep column here before it gets to your dot grid. So I think it's going to work really well. I think I just hit my camera too. To be able to tip it in here and be able to flip it and not have it in the way of my dot grid here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find some washi here in just a second. So I'm going to do week of July 29. August 4th. So now what I need to do is I need to look at my weekly actions for this week. So our tracker is going to be, my weekly focus needs to be movement and diet. And then I'm going to just use this all as a tracker. So this says weekly focus and this says weekly habit tracker, but I think I'm just going to ignore the headers because I'm not sure I fully understand how my brain wants to process how to focus on a weekly focus daily and how to focus on a weekly habit tracker daily. I don't think my brain processes that. So I'm going to just roll on through it. And then I want my positivity mindset. And then I want my random act of kindness. How do I want to, do I want to just write RAK? Or do I want to write compliment someone? Do I want to write, what do I want to write? I'm just going to write random act of kindness. Because that way I can choose what I want to do each day. And then I'm going to roll into financial check. So I check my finances daily. And then I'm going to do other things down here. I'm going to do read daily, Italian daily, and then clean kitchen at night. I think for now that might be all that I'm going to do here. Okay, so let me find some washi that I really like. Okay, so I just chose a Simply Gilded washi, just with white on the top and floral stuff on the bottom. And I did it. I did the thing. So I've got my tip in here. I've got my weekly plan here. I have all of my habit tracker, basically. We're going to try this for a week and see how it goes. It will definitely bulk up my journal, but that's okay. I've only got a couple months left until the end of it anyway. So this is going to be how I'm going to incorporate my weekly goals into my plans this week. I am going to just try to keep on top of this. Hopefully it works. If you have any questions or anything, definitely feel free to jot them down below and let me know what your thoughts are on all of this. And I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.